Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News. The regular cast and crew has the week off for Thanksgiving, so this is mostly a one-man show, except for the roll-ins. We'll have the usual features: news, a kind of version of Easy Being Green, but without Adele, sadly; community bulletin board; Denise Pringle, who will appear with her review of Amadeus. This followed by news for seniors and our familiar appearance by none other than Amy Sue Huheey. That's pretty much our show. If you miss the regular broadcast, you can watch us on YouTube at Arlington Weekly News and the number 1, also on Facebook, and on the radio, WERA 96.7 FM. Now, I guess we'd better get on to the news. The Arlington County Board has adopted regulations for e-scooters and other shared micromobility devices. They will be allowed to use sidewalks with limitations, trails, and bike lanes unless specifically signed or marked otherwise. In operation and user requirements, the devices will be treated largely like bicycles. Speedometers will be required. Motorized scooters and skateboards will have a top speed of 15 miles per hour, and e-bicycles will have a top speed of 20 miles per hour on streets and trails. The top speed of all the devices on public sidewalks is restricted to 6 miles per hour. The devices will not be allowed to operate on sidewalks where a protected bicycle lane is available. The board voted unanimously to approve these regulations. As for parking restrictions, the board also approved a permit system to regulate the private companies renting the devices in the county. Recent state legislation requires localities that want to prohibit motorized skateboards or scooters on sidewalks to adopt an ordinance by January 1st, 2020. Localities do not have the legal authority in Virginia to ban micromobility devices. The county's adopted ordinance will go into effect on December 31st, 2019. The Roslyn-Ballston corridor will be one of the first areas considered for sidewalk riding prohibition signage and markings. The regulations prohibit parking the devices on sidewalks other than in a rack, against the curb, or against street signs or light posts. They may also be parked at the curb at the back edge of the sidewalk where they will not obstruct pedestrians. They cannot obstruct curb ramps, pedestrian access within bus stops or fire access, or on private property without the owner's permission. A violation of these newly established restrictions on parking will be subject to a $50 civil penalty if the company fails to remedy within 2 hours of it being reported. Staff will continue to encourage riders and companies to deploy and park the devices in corrals in the street wherever possible, rather than on the sidewalk. That's enough news for now. Now let's get on with Easy Being Green. It's easy being green. A $2.6 million project to renovate Benjamin Banneker Park will close the park and a portion of the Washington and Old Dominion Trail starting the week after Thanksgiving. The project will widen the trails from 8 to 12 feet and upgrade the athletic field, playground, picnic area, dog park, and more. Not everyone is happy about the trail detour, which will redirect pedestrian and bike traffic from the park near the East Falls Church Metro Station to the busy intersection of North Sycamore Street and 19th Street North, which has traffic lights and pedestrian crossing signals. Construction is currently expected to wrap up between July and September of 2020. For my own 2 cents worth, the following entry appeared in an article posted to ARL Now at noon on Saturday, November 23, 2019. Here's the quote. The D.C. metropolitan area is well known for having plenty of beautiful, easily accessible parks, and Roslyn is no exception. One popular park is Theodore Roosevelt Island, which lies in the Potomac between Arlington and the District of Columbia." End quote. Now, the Theodore Roosevelt Island is a nice place, but a mere glance at the boundary lines on Google Maps reveals that it is entirely within the boundaries of the District of Columbia and is not a part of Roslyn. In fact, nearly all of the connecting bridge is also in the District of Columbia. Our world-class community could use a little more truth in advertising.
It's easy being real.
Washington, D.C.'s Leaders in Energy, a group dedicated to advocating for a greener, more sustainable future, are hosting their 6th annual Four Generations Awards ceremony. The ceremony recognizes leaders in sustainability movements and honors them with an award. This year, one of the recipients will be Global Collab's Eco-Teen Action Network, who have been presenting an idea to reduce single-use plastics and styrofoam in Arlington's National Landing Area. The group will also recognize Andrew Houston, Dr. Eric Gopalrod, and Julia Cohen for their contributions to a sustainable future. This is happening on Friday, December 6th, from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. at Pepco Edison Place Gallery, 702 8th Street Northwest, Washington, D.C. Registration is required. For more information and to register, visit www.leadersinenergy.org. Also in CBB, the holiday season is officially upon us, and Ballston Quarter is kicking things off with a great celebration. Venture through all 4 levels of the mall and enjoy a huge variety of holiday activities, including ornament decorating, letters to Santa, holiday drinks, a movie viewing party, and more. There is something for everyone to enjoy, so bring your whole family. This event will be held on Saturday, December 7th, from 11 o'clock a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. at Ballston Quarter, 4238 Wilson Boulevard. If you're in the spirit of giving this holiday season, then this next event is for you. It's a winter charity event that will be collecting coats, hats, scarves, gloves, and more to donate to ASPAN, AFAC, and Doorways. There will also be activities, food, and pictures with Santa, so bring your family along for the fun. This is taking place on Sunday, December 8th, from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. at the Arlington Mill Community Center, 909 South Dinwiddie Street. Finally, in CBB, we have something about international culture. You can experience culture from all over the world with this event. The Asian Pacific Catholic Network will be hosting their 4th International Culture Festival. This event will feature international crafts, food, arts, and performers from Korea, India, Ireland, China, Indonesia, Peru, and more. Doors open an hour before the event begins. Admission is free and donations are welcome. This will be happening on Sunday, December 8th from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. at Bishop O'Connell High School, 6600 Little Falls Road. Once again this week, I'd like to thank Jordan Koharski for this week's CBB Stories. Now we're going to go to a roll-in featuring Denise Pringle and her review of Amadeus.
Amadeus at Folger Theatre explores the agony of an elderly Antonio Salieri as he recalls his relationship with Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Salieri was the court composer in Vienna when he first met the young and richly talented Mozart. Salieri played a march he had written to commemorate Mozart's introduction to the court. When Mozart played a gifted variations of the rather trite piece, the professional jealousy was born. Salieri came to know more of Mozart and judged him to be zany and arrogant, childlike and offensive, while realizing the great dimension of his musical gifts. Sensing that his rival's music would be celebrated long into the future, and that his own would be largely forgotten, he set out to ruin Mozart's reputation and career. The depiction of Salieri by Ian Merrill Peaks is absolutely brilliant. We see him as an established composer, enjoying his comfortable life at court, as a jealous and vengeful adversary of the young genius, and finally as a deluded and broken man, consumed by the memory of the gifted musician he had hoped to destroy. The talented Mozart, as played by Samuel Adams, is foppish and foolish, as he irreverently pursues the love of his life, his wife Constanze Weber, played by Lily Hokama. Richard Clifford directs this masterful retelling of Peter Shaffer's rather harsh depiction of Mozart. The production is lush and lovely. Costume designer Mariah Anzaldo Hale has given sumptuous, colorful gowns to Constanza, pastel leggings and coats with frivolous matching wigs to Mozart, and dark but beautifully embellished costumes for Salieri. The entire cast of the court is exquisitely dressed. Tony Chiswick's set design is elegant and abstract. Large installations suggesting lyres or other stringed instruments serve as a backdrop for the action on stage. Sharath Patel's sound design includes snippets of several of Mozart's best-known compositions. Amadeus plays at Folger Theatre through December 22nd. It's a stunning production, with an inspired portrayal of Salieri, a complex and shocking rendering of Mozart, and a compelling study of the conflict between a man who sees his own talent as mediocre and that of his rival as unsurpassed and God-given. Give yourself the gift of great theater and go to see it. I'm Denise Pringle. Now back to the news desk.
Well, now it's time for News for Seniors. You can learn the 5 pillars of brain-healthy lifestyles, plus brain-boosting activities during an interactive session provided by the AARP Speakers Bureau. This is a good overview for people interested in improving their brain health with actionable steps. The session will take place on Tuesday, December 3rd at 11 o'clock a.m. at the Walter Reed 55 Plus Center, located at 2909 16th Street South. To register, call 703-228-0955. On the other hand, how would you like to explore several cities in Europe and only have to unpack your bags once? If that idea appeals to you, then maybe river cruising through Europe would be the way to go. Experienced river cruisers Sheila Graham and Steve Epstein will explain the advantages and disadvantages of cruising the rivers in Europe. That's coming up on Wednesday, December 4th at 1 o'clock p.m. at the Aurora Hills 55 Plus Center, located at 735 18th Street South. To register, call 703-228-5722. On the other hand, maybe you're thinking about holiday adjustments. Kristen McAleer and Jean Meyer from the Virginia Hospital Center will facilitate a discussion about dealing with changes in holiday traditions and accepting a new idea of normal. What kind of changes might come up? Grown children may be visiting other in-laws, or perhaps there have been losses in the family. The program will take place on Thursday, December 5th at noon at the Walter Reed 55 Plus Center, located at 2909 16th Street South. To register, call 703-228-0955. Or maybe it's time to think about some home improvements. Rebuilding Express is a new service that mobilizes volunteers to complete home repairs for low and moderate income homeowners. They specialize in small home improvements, such as installing grab bars in the bathroom or adding stair handrails. The program is being presented by Daphne Lathouris from Rebuilding Together. That's coming up on Thursday, December 5th at 11 o'clock a.m. at the Langston Brown 55 Plus Center, located at 2121 North Culpeper Street. To register, call 703-228-6300. Finally, there's another kind of change that might brighten life in your household. A representative from the Animal Welfare League of Arlington will discuss opportunities for volunteering and also provide information about how to adopt a new pet this holiday season. That's on Wednesday, December 4th at 10:30 a.m. at the Walter Reed 55 Plus Center at 2909 16th Street South. For more information, call 703-228-0955. And as always, we offer thanks to Judy Masabny for providing us with this week's Senior Stories. Now it's time for another Thanksgiving tradition, a bit of madness from our very own Amy Sue Huheey. Here she is.
Happy Thanksgiving, Arlington! I'm Amy Sue, and I'm here with Pilgrim Craig. Are you ready? The turkey ran away on Thanksgiving Day. They'll make, said he, some turkey dinner out of me if I should stay. The pumpkin ran away if I should stay. They'll make, said he, some pumpkin pie out of me if I should stay. The squash
Sure, why not?
should
That's
stay
fine.
if I should stay. They'll make, said he, some, what do they make out of squash?
Squash.
Some squash out of me
Squash.
if I should stay. Okay, everybody.
Oh, really in
First,
pitch tonight.
you have to see what's on my feet. It is the coolest
Stick 'em out there.
in Thanksgiving footwear. Are you ready? It is turkey slippers. Can everybody see
they
that?
look warm and fuzzy.
Ooh, they are warm
yeah.
and
Ooh,
fuzzy.
Careful, okay.
All right.
You want to see mine? No,
And
never mind.
my turkey tie. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody's got to get their Thanksgiving fashions ready. Now, Craig, it seems like every Thanksgiving, you know, I end up eating leftovers.
Of course.
For
They're the best
weeks,
part. That's the
every
best.
year.
Stuffing and gravy and all that stuff, right? The next day.
Exactly. But not this year, Craig. I'm quitting cold turkey.
Oh. Har, 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 har,
Now,
har.
how does Miley Cyrus, what does she eat for Thanksgiving?
You got me.
She eats turkey.
Oh, of course she does. I like that. Of course she does.
Now,
Very
how
good.
many cooks
Twerky.
does it take to stuff a turkey?
I don't know. I give.
Only
Choose-
one, but you gotta really stuff her in there. What do you call a turkey the day after Thanksgiving? What do you call it, Craig?
Leftovers.
Lucky! You were
Lucky.
close.
Starting
What
with an L.
did the turkey say to the hunter the day after Thanksgiving? Oh, the day on Thanksgiving. What did the turkey say to the hunter on Thanksgiving?
Follow my tail.
Quack, quack.
Okay.
Finally, we get some laughs in the studio.
Laugh it up out there, guys. This is funny stuff
That's
here.
right.
Come
You'll
on.
be telling that to your friends tomorrow
Come
at
on,
work.
camera 2, camera 3.
Why did the cranberries turn red?
They were tired of floating around. I don't know.
They saw the turkey dressing.
They did? Oh, what was the turkey wearing?
And, okay, get ready to be sad. It's the last one.
Okay.
Get ready to be sad.
Finally.
Why can't you take a turkey to church?
They gobble too much.
They talk a little foul.
Very good. I like it. Okay.
If you want, you can
Go for
take
it.
this with you to Thanksgiving and
Thank you.
tell Grandma
I'll
all those jokes.
I will. I'll try it out.
All right, are you ready, kids? Because I've got some things that you can make for your kids' table
Moving right along.
that the kids are going to love. Now, first of all, if you've been on Pinterest and they have told you they've lied to you, if they have said that you can take an ice cream cone and that you can shape it like the Horn of Plenty, and all you have to do is dip it in water, and then you take it out and you can shape it like the Horn of Plenty. No, you take it out of water and you know what you get? You get that. That's what you get when you take it out. You get a mess.
Okay. I believe that.
That is what you get. Now that may work.
You're going to have soggy. I would think they'd be kind of soggy.
Soggy.
This is crunchy, though. I like this.
They're good. But I just recommend you take your cone, you take your autumn mix, which is delicious. Apparently, there is a huge debate on the computer. Some people really just hate candy corn. Stuff
candy
your
corn.
autumn mix in there. Doesn't it smell good, Craig?
I
Smells
like candy
delicious.
corn.
Stuff your autumn mix
And
right in
Skittles.
that cone.
And
Just
Reese's
sit it
Pieces.
right in there.
And M&M's.
Put it on your plate. Looks delicious.
That's good.
Now, Craig and I have a
Look at
plate
this stuff.
full of goodies. It's your autumn mix, Craig.
Okay.
It's candy
Here's
corn
mine.
and it's little,
Kinda
it's
slides
little
around
like
in there.
candy corn pumpkins.
I
You
got
know
a couple
those
of
from being a
eyeballs
kid.
in here.
Now, I taught Sunday school this past Sunday, like for the first time. I haven't done it in years.
Wow.
And so I
Okay.
decided, okay, kids, we're going to make one of these crafts with food. And so I would give out the kids the food,
Yeah.
and then I would come back to the table, and do you know where the food would be? Gone!
All over the
They
place.
would
Oh.
eat it. And then I would come back, and it would be gone again. And I was like, no, that's for the craft. And it would be gone.
Well, that's what you do with.
Yes, they
Candy.
loved it. They loved it. So anyways,
What are
what
we
we're
making?
going to do first, okay, do you remember bugles?
Absolutely.
The fun things,
They're
of
delicious.
course, that if you have little children fingers, you can
I got
stick
one.
on your fingers
I got several of them here.
because they're so much fun like that.
They taste just like they used to.
They're delicious. Find a bugle that's got a kind of a wide opening,
Well, those are not very wide.
and then get, I guess we can't say the brand of the cookie, but get
Here's one.
a vanilla cookie of your choosing,
Okay.
okay? And get some vanilla icing.
Well, vanilla icing.
Get vanilla icing, a big scoop of that vanilla icing that tastes so good.
Okay.
And then put it on the cookie. And I also had kids
Oh,
in Sunday school that
on the
had
cookie first.
allergies
I'm
on
putting it
the
in the
cookie,
bugle.
Craig.
Sorry. Following
On
instructions.
the cookie. I had kids with allergies who are allergic to chocolate, and I spent the whole class going, don't eat the chocolate, don't lick your fingers,
How much? Is
don't
that
eat
good?
it. Yeah, just put it right on there. So
Okay.
it's like that.
Okay.
Good amount.
All right.
Okay, then you're going to take your bugle with the wide mouth opening,
Yeah.
and you're going to put it right on the cookie.
Okay.
Okay. Then you remember what E.T.'s favorite candy is?
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. That's right. And you're going to put the Reese's
had help with
Pieces so that it's kind of
Right.
in the bugle
Right
and
in there?
kind of around it
Oh,
so
okay.
that it looks like
What's the difference between Reese's Pieces and M&M's?
peanut butter.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's delicious.
So you just
I
use the
love
pieces.
Reese's Pieces. Some people don't like them, but I love them. And you just put it in there, and it looks like the Horn of Plenty. Isn't that cool? Did you get it?
Well, it keeps
Yours are
falling.
falling off. You got to stick it right there in the icing. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And it's delicious.
Okay.
He's got it. I think he's got it.
I
All
need-
right.
I need a yellow one.
Yep. Get all the different colors. He's got it. And he
There.
got all the different colors.
Ain't
All
that
right.
cute? Okay, we got to roll along. We're getting the wrap.
Oh no,
We're
we'll
getting
do
the wrap?
We'll do a.
We
all
just
right,
got
we just
started.
started.
We just got started. Too
We'll
many
do
jokes.
a quick one.
Do a
Take
quick
a cookie. I mean, sorry, not a cookie.
An Oreo?
Pretzel.
Oh, a pretzel.
We'll do a quick one.
Yeah.
And some chocolate icing this time, which is so delicious.
Chocolate.
which is so delicious.
Put it on the pretzel.
Put it on your pretzel. And this
Right.
time we're going to make autumn flowers.
Okay.
Something you can give to your mother.
This could be a whole program.
Or
this
your
could be a whole
Nana.
segment here.
It's Cooking with
We need
Amy
more than
Sue.
5 minutes.
Cooking with Amy Sue. Okay. And then
Thanksgiving with Amy
now
Sue.
you're going to do your M&Ms this time.
All right.
And you just find the more autumny looking M&Ms. Like
Yes.
your oranges.
There's an orange one.
And your
the yellow
yellows. And your reds.
How about the eyeball? Can I put an eyeball in there?
Yeah, if you want to put an eyeball. He's dying to use the eyeballs.
I'm dying to get that eyeball down
I
there.
know.
Okay, I got
And
a
you
brown,
just
an
put it-
orange, an M&M.
Oh, I don't know if your brown
Where are the
gonna
green
show
ones?
up.
Oh, here's a blue one. Okay.
And you just put it all around there. Oh, good. So it looks
Yeah. Then
like.
you eat it.
Then yes, then you eat it.
right?
Then you eat it. I'm gonna stick a Reese's
Cookie.
Pieces on there because I love those. And then you have an autumn flower.
Very nice. That's an autumn
Yep.
flower. If I've
There
ever
you
seen
go.
one.
So what are you doing this Thanksgiving, Craig?
Having turkey.
Are you cooking?
Yeah.
You're gonna cook?
Yeah. It's best if they're cooked. They work best if they're cooked. I'm gonna
So
have
what
a
is
corn
your
now.
favorite Thanksgiving food?
Gravy and stuffing.
Oh, me too. That's my favorite too. My mom
Stuffing
makes.
and gravy.
Oh, she makes the best
Gravy and
stuffing. And the
Yep.
best gravy.
Turkey is turkey. Gobble, gobble, gobble. But it's gravy
Yes.
and stuffing.
Yes, I love it.
I'll go to my grave loving gravy and stuffing.
I could eat it any time of the
Oh,
year.
here's a red one.
Bye, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, that's our show for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully, Amy Sue's enthusiasm made up for the rather soporific voiceover that I provided. At any rate, the regular cast and crew will be back next week so we can do the thing really properly. So, if you're out there, we'll be here and we'll try it all again. Have a nice, safe week. Thanks.